Hello everyone, this is Slashot. We are going to try Memory of Chaos, stage 10 with our new character Fu Xuan. I used to run Bailu on the Seele Silver Wolf team. Now I'm going to try Fu Xuan and see how it goes. We also got the new signature light cone for Bronya, so that will help her out a little bit as well. In the process of summoning Fu Xuan, I actually got extra copies of Welt, so my Welt is now at E3, so I want to see how that goes as well. Alright, so over here we do some prep and go right into battle. So we're actually just gonna ignore that little piggy there. That little piggy actually doesn't really we don't really have a true AoE team. I'm just going to kill this guy, and go on the boss. So the Matrix field is already up. Do this. It did not crit. Oh my god. It didn't crit? That's silly. That is extremely silly. That's like I have 12% more crit. And it did not crit. Fu Xuan grants 12% more crit. And my city didn't crit at all on the ultimate. What it is, I guess. So I need to refresh the field, and then we'll use the ultimate as well. Grant 1 extra healing charge. We actually killed the piggy with the ultimate there. Wow. That was decent damage, I suppose. I'm going to kill this just to regen it. Uh-oh. That is, that HP debuff is the arch nemesis of Fu Xuan. Actually, the arch nemesis of all healers and HP based sustain units that do not have enough resist. So I guess this got the better of me. Oh well. What am I gonna do about that? So I'm going to try to kill this right here. Could I kill this and do going down? Oh, it's the same thing. I'm just gonna guarantee the kill here. That's a lot extra damage, which is nice. We have to kill probably this guy or this guy. I think I want to kill this guy first or this guy. Not sure. Maybe kill this guy first. Yeah, actually that's the problem. See, the max HP reduction is her weakness, and she didn't heal at all, even though it went below 50% max HP. So that debuff is actually a huge problem. I think even so, I don't think she will die. We're testing her solo sustain. We already tested her in the Swarm, the Simulated Universe Swarm, difficulty 5. I run her with Bailu and it was no problem on the boss. With 0 problem on the boss. I think we just want to kill. Crit, please. Oh my god, 161k damage? That is insane. I think I want to do something like this. Exactly what I needed. So I need more healing charge, which is a little bit of a problem. Here we're gonna do the ultimate. And that's gonna heal her as well, which is very nice. Where's my speed buff at? 2 turns. So I think I can kill this with regular attack, right? Yes. That will allow me to do more damage. So even with this max HP, I don't think Fu Xuan is going to have any challenge. Because my Fu Xuan actually have 2k defense. There we go, so we cleared wave 1. I think it's about the same speed that I cleared this with my Bailu actually. Now let's see how team 2 goes. With a stronger Welt and stronger Bronya. Right, I got 2 actual Eidolons as well. And I got Bronya's signature light cone. So that, I think that's going to be huge. So the first attack usually sucks. This is where we are going to carry with a lot of critical damage. It did less than I thought it would, but oh, I didn't do the oh no, Pela just got the ultimate. Yeah, Pela. Yeah, so Pela has some ability that give her energy when enemy is dead. When enemy is defeated, Pela regenerates 5 energy, right? Yeah. And that's how she just got it. So I think I'm gonna save it then. I'm gonna save it for the next burst. Oh god. Oh my god. Why are they kicking Welt? My Welt almost died. What is this? What's Gepard doing? My Gepard has his 5-star signature light cone as well. How did this happen? I don't know. The act again. The action forward actually almost killed my Welt because he lost. He actually lost his shield because he moved too fast. I think I wanted to attack the left back and spam the That's not bad. Oh, oops. This is risky now. I should not have done Now I'm going to shield up. Make sure my Welt does not die to random aggro. Yeah, my Gepard doesn't have enough resist, unfortunately. Oh, I should have used Bronya attack again for more damage. That was a mistake. But I don't think I actually make a difference. Does it? Oh yeah, it does make a difference. I just spent 1 extra turn. I didn't have to. Yeah, I think with the extra damage on the ultimate, the boss would have died. not the end of the world. Yeah, so what? Why do they keep attacking Welt? What is this? If my Welt die to random RNG here, that's gonna be so sad. So I want to double check how many turns I actually did my last one. Really quickly. Right, gonna check my video here. One second. So I did it in 21 remaining cycles. I think I wasted one turn here already. Here, I'm gonna halt and gain one extra skill point because. Oh wait, no, it's there's a cooldown. There's an internal cooldown on that, so it doesn't work every time. Once my Bronya gets her E1, it grants 50% chance. It will grant 50% chance of regenerating one skill point. So that will solve the SP problem. Okay, so my Welt now has a lot of energy regen. So right here we run into the SP problem, so we're gonna just regular attack instead. Do the armor shredding. My Welt damage is not too crazy, to be honest. Oh, Welt might die here. Okay, it didn't target me. Okay, thank God. Thank God it did not target me. Otherwise, I would have been dead. So here we regain one SP, one skill point. Yep. Thanks to her life point. I'm pretty sure you're dead right here. I need to make sure you're dead before you attack again, as my Welt has no shield. Okay, so that worked. That worked nicely. I got faster clear by 2 turns. Maybe due to RNG, or maybe because my characters are slightly stronger now. So I'm sure other people would have way faster clears. Maybe my run's not as optimal as I thought, but it's still good enough, right? It does its job just very well. Well enough, I would say. So let's look at my team and every character's build. Here's my Seele. I purposely put the crit damage chest on. The crit rate is low, but if you add 12% from Fu Xuan, this is actually 69.5%, right? So that's almost 70% crit rate, which is actually very nice, right? So this, if you put crit rate chest on her, she will have too much crit. Especially when I also run E2 on Seele. E1 grants 15% more crit for enemy below 80%. So on bosses, you will overcap on crits. That's why I run the crit damage chest, especially now that I have Fu Xuan as well. Here's all my relics. That's the crit damage chest I mentioned. It's decent enough. I think she has relatively graduated, maybe except this piece here. I think we could do more crit rate or crit damage here, but other than that, she's pretty good. Right, so that's Seele. Let's look at Silver Wolf. Right, so my Silver Wolf on this team here has 147 speed. A lot of energy regen, a lot of effective hit rate. So I didn't build her as DPS at all. The free-to-play Lycon for massive energy regen. I should push this a bit more, push ultimate to level 10. My relic is kind of all over the place. 2+2 here, random break effect and some speed. I'm pushing a lot of HP and defense stats here actually, right? Effective hit rate chest, speed boot, again more defense, a defense sphere even, just to be tanky. So that's how I ended up building her. She has no Eidolon, unfortunately. Now let's look at Tingyun. Right, Tingyun has even more speed, 148 speed, and very decent HP and defense. Max energy regen again. This is the Battle Pass Light Cone. I actually got it over 2 months. I got 2 copies, and it's okay. It's not too bad, to be honest. Other people may prefer some other Light Cone, but it's good enough. And I can push her traces a bit more as well. 4-piece Musketeer. Pretty standard. I think people may like the new messenger set for her because it grants the whole team speed when you use ultimate on allies. I gave her a lot of defense as well, right? A lot of HP and defense, defense sphere, lots of HP, right? So make her as tanky as possible so she doesn't die. I have no Eidolon on her, so that's a bit sad. I used to use Bailu, but now I use Fu Xuan. So let's check my Bailu. I used to run Bailu on this team 1 here. So it's lightning, quantum, dual elements, right? Especially good against enemies who are weak against lightning or quantum. Okay, so she has 52.7% effective resist as well. I didn't run energy regen, but I'm running this light cone, the free-to-play one from Echo of Wars. You can get S5 easily. 16 energy, right? For allies who have less than half energy at a time. So if her speed is very high, she can give a lot of energy to the team. So she's good too. I have 3 sustain units that I can kind of flex in depending on the boss fights. I can push this a bit higher as well, although the return on investment is not, the greatest. Very little percent, 0.4%. That's almost nothing. So relic is 2-piece messenger and 2-piece passerby, healing bonus and speed. It's hard to get speed substats. I needed 2 here to hit 134-ish, but I rolled badly into crit damage, which she does not need. High effective resist is always good. More effective resist. Right, this is healing boost chest. Speed boot with more effective resist and some HP. More effective resist here, and high defense, some speed stats. I think that works well enough for her. E0 as well. So here's the meat of this video. Here's my build for Fu Xuan. Just under 8k HP but 2k defense, so her effective HP is pretty high. I push her to 143 speed so she can be a hybrid utility tank. She can generate a lot of SP, a lot of skill points. That's amazing, right? And then the more she cycles, also the earlier she can get the ultimate, so she can sustain the team and also sustain herself. So this way, I build her to be kind of a balanced hybrid utility tank that can keep herself alive and keep the team alive and generate lots of SP. I also push her to maximum energy regen with the energy regen robe. The effective resist is a bit low, so you saw the max HP debuff actually hit her pretty hard, but she still did her job very well. I gave her some crit value just for shits and giggles. It worked well enough, I suppose, but really she's not meant to be a DPS unless you have E6, right? I think with E6 you can do a huge AoE damage. Her light cone is not required. All the 5-star and 4-star options are pretty good for her. So if you don't have a lot saved up and you're free to play, you don't have to get it. I sacrificed 140 pools just to get this light cone because I really wanted this for her, right? She has a special place in my heart. All right, I maxed out all the traces. This is my first character with everything maxed out on the traces, right? I pre-farmed everything. I run 2+2 here, but some people would run guard set for the 8% damage reduction, which is actually huge against AoE attacks. Easily can save you like 800 HP, or even more. I think that Yanqing boss actually does the highest AoE damage, right? If you can survive that AoE damage, then your Fu Xuan is good enough for all the Memory of Chaos fights. So I didn't get guard because I needed the speed threshold to reach 143 speed. So I use messenger. I got better messenger pieces than my guard pieces, and it's easier to farm messenger and longevous in like the same place, right? So I just put them together. Right, the HP is obviously good for self-sustain and team sustain. Right, so the max effective HP build actually would use 2-piece longevous and then 2-piece guard. Right, but they all work. She's very flexible in my opinion, and I run Fleet of Ageless for even more HP. Some people like to add more crit damage instead of 8% attack. That 10% crit damage from the what do you call it? Oh, it's what is the set? The Broken Keel set, right? That 10% crit damage is probably worth more than 8% attack. It's very minor in my opinion in the grand scheme of things. So I would just wanted more HP for her. Some people would push more resist to reduce damage, defense down debuff, max HP down debuff, dot damage, and things like that. Right? If you want to be a pure high resist tank, right? With like 90% resist or even high 50 resist, I think she is unstoppable. So anyways, here are some of the pieces that she have. There's 14.6% HP here, good speed substats. I have effective resist and some crit damage, right? So some crit value just for fun. There's the HP, defense, speed, and crit rate here. This piece here, I actually don't have another HP body piece with good substats, so I just actually picked this one because everything's actually useful. There's the 5 speed, good crit value, and then some effective resist. Right? If you find a better piece with high defense, high resist, and high speed, then by all means go for pure tanking. And the speed boot here is decent enough. HP, defense, some crit rate. Again, I don't have a good HP, a well-built HP percent sphere. Right? I actually don't have one. Okay, so hopefully in the future we get some better HP sphere. Let's look at the energy regen rope. This is actually really good for her. Some hits on HP. I think one actual hit on the flat HP. Probably the best I can ask for, to be honest. So she is pretty set. I really want to have Eidolon 1. I'm 30 into 80 right now. Hopefully I can succeed and get her E1. 30 damage crit is insane. The crit damage value here is about roughly 10% extra damage for your team if it's crit based. So it's really good. Now let's look at my second team. This is my Welt. It is not very well built yet, and I'm hoping that I can farm more relics and get higher crit value. He is missing anywhere from 30 to 50 crit value. Right? Crit value is 2 times crit rate plus crit damage. So he's missing a lot of crit, but he does have more attack. So it's pretty hard to build him, to be honest, because he needs perfect substats. Very challenging. I also speed tuned him to 135 to be just 1 speed above Bronya, so they can be perfectly in sync. I also don't have enough effect hit rate, so I run him with Pela to make landing the speed debuff more often. Landing the ultimate actually is more difficult for him. You need like between 43 to 67% depending on the resistance of the enemy bosses. So Light Cone I have S4, Good Night and Sleep Well. It's the highest DPS one. I think he really likes Silver Wolf's 5-star signature Light Cone. That's his best in slot. It has effective hit rate and all the other things that he needs, but this is the best I can get. I'm still working on this trace. It's not important, but I do want to max him out since I like him a lot. He runs 4-piece Wastelander. It's the best for him, absolutely. And I think Space Seeding Station is also the best on him because he really lacks attack sub-stats. So he actually has less problem with the diminishing return of attack, right? Because his attack is already very low. Now let's look at his stats here. I have some attack here, some crit rate. I hope this attack is actually crit damage. This piece is awesome. This piece is really shitty. I need a better piece. And this piece here is again just more attack and not enough crit damage, not enough crit, unfortunately. I'm running a decent piece here with double crit, and I'm running attack percentage rope. He cannot afford to have both speed boot and energy rope. If I take this off, let's look at his attack. It is way too low, right? It is way too low. So this piece here is actually super important because I decided to run speed boot and have him paired with 134 speed Bronya. So, but this piece is really good. High speed, crit damage, crit rate as well. So let's see if I can farm some better relics and convert some attack and other useless substats to more crit damage instead, while still sustaining the speed threshold that I need. So that's pretty hard to build, to be honest. And he is at Eidolon 3, which is absolutely insane, right? Before yesterday, he was at E1, and I got 2 extra copy by failing the 50-50 going for Fu Xuan. I failed 50-50 twice, right? While trying to go for the first copy and then also going for E1. Right, so that's very interesting. And the original Welt I got was for failing a 50-50 on Seele's banner. So I don't know. I guess Welt loves me, and I got the E1 from a regular Stellar War banner, right? Just from a regular banner, while I built towards 300 summons. And so then I got 4 copies. That's actually not bad, right? If I got 4 copies of Welt, now he's a powerhouse. And this is also the reason that I did not build Danhong IL. So let's look at Pela, our other debuffer. Our Pela has lots of HP and decent defense and 151 speed, so she is very, very fast. Just enough effective hit rate to land the ultimate, and that's all I need her to do. She only has S1 resolution shines, so the effective hit rate here, the base chance of landing this additional defense thread is too low. So I'm hoping to get extra copy of this in the future, hopefully. I can push the traces a bit more, probably on the ultimate. And her relic is just 4-piece Musketeer. It's kind of a universal, the Swiss Army knife of everyone, to be honest. So, very high defense here, more speed and effective rate, high speed again, which I'm very happy about. The break effect is completely useless. Again, more HP and speed, right? Speed on every piece. Speed boots, more defense and HP. Over here is just more HP and defense, right? I want her to be very tanky because Tingyun and Pela are pretty squishy. So energy regen here, just more HP, more defense rate, some more flat HP and defense. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's actually really good. More than good enough. Let's look at Bronya. So Bronya has very high HP, very high defense, not even level 80 yet. 134 speed, perfect speed, for her. Her crit damage can be a bit higher, but it's good enough for now. And she has 129.4% energy regen with the signature light cone and the energy regen rope. Maybe she could use more effect resist, but I'm happy with how she's built. I just got her signature light cone yesterday from the shop. After doing the Fu Xuan and light cone summon, I got more than 600 currency there to buy this one out. This is a huge upgrade for her. Energy regen, solve some skill point issue as well when you use ultimate, and then also grant the damage buff. So previously I was using past and future for just the damage, right? This S1 itself already is higher than my S3 past and future. Looking at the traces, I could definitely boost some of these up a bit more, but she's good enough. This one's kind of dead because I use her skill every turn to be paired with like Welt or Dan Heng, for example. So I don't really do this at all. If you build Bronya as 160 speed and just run her as a taxi, you could run a DPS with no speed boot, just run attack boot, and then basically Bronya would fast carry everybody while alternating between the skill and regular attack. Then this becomes super important at level 10. So that's a super fast Bronya build, which I opted out of. Now, again, Swiss Army knife build here, Fleet and Musketeer. We could probably change this to 4-piece messenger, but it will take some time. Crit damage, HP, effect resist, break effect, they're all useful. But I'm not really using her to hit anybody, so a break effect doesn't really matter. Speed is good, some crit damage. Defense, I love defense. You know, I love being tanky on all my characters. HP defense again, and crit damage, fantastic. Defense here as well, and crit damage. I could actually use this for Fu Xuan because there's HP on this. My Fu Xuan currently, just to compare, where's my Fu Xuan? Here, it's crit rate and crit damage. I could just sacrifice the crit rate and give her this, and it actually would be more tankier, right? And maybe I could do that if I absolutely need to, but so far my Fu Xuan doesn't die, so it's good enough. And the energy rope, this is my worst energy rope, to be honest. But I have it on her. There's a lot of effect hit rate. Maybe I can give this to Pela. To be honest, I think this one is tankier for Pela because there's more HP defense here. So this one's less tanky for Pela. So I think this is good enough, just a placeholder for my Bronya. I really want E1, Eidolon 1. This solves her SP problem completely along with her signature icon. I need some luck here. Maybe I'll select her E1 once I get to the 300 regular summon. And I just pick Bronya again to get E1. That's a huge bonus. E2 is also very good, right? The target ally speed increased by 30% after taking action. But it's not really needed because maybe this helps on Hook, who are super slow, so to bring her speed faster. But if you use it on a well speed tuned ally, you're gonna be tied down by the lowest common denominator, right? So Bronya's own speed is gonna be the deciding factor. So making that DPS faster actually doesn't matter unless someone's damage is scaled up based on the speed. So anyways, that's my Bronya. Now let's look at our last sustain unit. If I remember correctly, I think we used Gepard. My Gepard is fairly tanky, but the speed is only at 121. It's a little hard for him to reach 134. Also, high energy regen here, some decent effective hit rate if I need to freeze some enemy. I got lucky with the S1 light cone from the regular summons, and maybe I can push the ultimate to level 10. 4-piece knight for high defense and shielding, and I opted to use fleet central piece because I I like to have attack aura up for Alice, so I did not go for the defense boosting set. Right, I didn't go for this defense boosting set here. And you really need to reach a very high effective hit rate to get to this extra defense. So I felt it wasn't worth it. Like, he has more than enough defense already with his signature light cone. So 8% attack is always helpful for your DPS. That's why I decided to do it this way. His pieces are not the best, to be honest. They're decent, but not the best. Like, this crit damage is useless. Same with all this crit damage. More HP and defense here. Speed boot with defense and useless break effect, to be honest. Defensive, severe. This is very good actually. HP, effective hit rate, and effect resist. Energy regen. This is actually very nice for him. High defense rolls, some flat HP as well. I don't think I can get better energy rope than this for him. So that's all my characters. Now I have Bailu, Fu Xuan, and Gepard all well built for different situations. So I think I'm done with the healer department. I need to save up for the last true quantum unit for my mono quantum team. Right, Seele, Silver Wolf, Fu Xuan, and we're missing another buffer on the quantum team. So I will begin saving up, and hopefully we will have another episode on a true mono quantum team in the future. Thanks for watching. Good luck everyone. Have fun. /out. Peace.